What up, guys? Welcome back to the Desmond Smith channel. Now, this is going to be a video ranking, well, not really ranking, but talking about all the years from the one I can remember from 2014 to 2024. I've actually had to record this like almost a dozen times because people kept walking in while I was recording. But now I'm in a better room, so where no one really is going to like bother me, you know, stuff like that. But let's talk about the first year I can remember, 2014. Now, 2014 had a couple stuff popping off, but I think to like the end and like the middle to the end, it was kind of like mediocre and just But now, one of my favorite games of all time, Assassin's Creed, was very, very popular in 2014. I think it was the first one that was ever released, and you know, Katy Perry's Dark Horse made the top 100 list in 2014. Pretty okay year, but like I said, the reason why it's not like, you know, it's not like one of my favorite, because like at the end nothing was really happening. It was still like mediocre and just like an alright type of year. Okay, 2015 was pretty mediocre as well, but WWE 2K15 came out, and that's a lot of people's favorite WWE game. Oh yeah, people were still playing Minecraft by that time too, and they were streaming it, you know, stuff like that. But for me, 2015 was a mediocre type of year, so there's really not much for me to speak about it. Now, we're going to get to a good one. 2016. Hands down, probably top 5 or top 10 best years. If it's not top 5, it's definitely the first best year that I've ever been able to experience, because in 2016, that year was pretty good. The Mannequin Challenge came out. Ray Shremmer was popping off with the Black Beatles. There's something, I don't know what else was happening, but yeah, those two things really set it apart, you know. And like, there's just a lot of great things that happened in 2016, but I don't really want to speak about all of it because I'm trying to make a short video here so I can at least upload something so you guys know that I'm fine. Now, 2017. Okay, let's get to the 2017 year. Okay, so 2017 was when Salt Bay I think Salt Bay was 2017, I think. Oh yeah, and a lot of Democratic stuff was happening in 2017. President Trump was elected president. The raid and like the stuff happened like that. Yeah, that 2017 was one of the, I'm not gonna say one of the worst years, but it was like one of the lower tier type of years because all the politics and stuff that really no one cared about, and NFL players were going up against Trump and stuff like that. Oh God, I don't want to speak about it. Okay, 2018. This year, I'm not really so sure how to say about it because it wasn't bad. I think that's all I can really say about 2018. It just wasn't bad. I'm not familiar with any challenges or anything that happened in 2018. Oh, what's his name? He used to take like bath, guava juice. I think it was 2018. It was out of 2018 to 2017, where he was doing like these 3 a.m. type of videos where paranormal stuff would happen. I honestly think that it was real. Dang. I think it's real. I'm not sure because a lot of paranormal stuff does happen. And I guess in my opinion, ghosts do exist. So, yeah. Because, like, you know, there's a lot of things that are, like, supernatural that you just can't see. Because guava juice was popular back in 2018 and stuff. Now, let's get to 2019. This was probably one of the worst years, dude. I swear. Online school. You can leave the house, but like nothing was open besides like a couple food eatery places. You had to wear your mask everywhere you go. Oh God, it just felt like you lived in a city or like in a place that had no residents. Like you were just the only one there. And like, okay, now we're gonna. That was just pretty bad. 2019 was not one of the. It was like the first year COVID started, and it was. I guess it came from China all the way to the U.S. That's when something was canceled. Something was canceled in 2019. I gotta remember. It was out of 2019, 2020. Something was canceled. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. 2019 was one of the worst type of years for the world. No one was prepared for it. People were dying of this disease and stuff, you know. Oh, okay, my bad. I gotta go back for a minute. I think 2017, 2018 is when the flu really started to kill people. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about those 2 years. But yeah, 2019 was like a year that like, I don't even want to describe it, but I'm off that topic now. Now we're gonna get into the one of the probably the worst year that the worst of the 2020 years or like the 2010s, which is 2020. That is when the COVID pandemic really, really was bad. The NBA had to move to freaking Orlando. All the teams moved to Orlando, and the bubble playoffs where the Lakers won. It just felt so different because you couldn't have people there, and like the atmosphere was like weird. So the thing is, I thought from day one when they started doing this, I thought that they actually went to the arenas where the people played. Now I noticed that the NBA logo was on the front and not the team logo. So I was like, okay, where are they at? And then I looked it up. They're actually in Orlando, and they just changed, the setting to whatever team is going to be home or whatever team is going to be away, stuff like that. But 2020 gets a stamp of approval for being one of the most dreadful years humanity's ever seen. Okay, now we're almost done. We have 4 more years to go. 2021. That should just tell you what I think about it. It's just okay. The pandemic was still going around, but it wasn't that as bad. Stuff like that was still going on, and still like a lot of political things. But I do have a lot to say. Well, not really. But we're gonna move on to it. I do have quite a few things to say about 2022. Now, 2021 and 2022 were like the years where everything started opening back and getting back into business. Online shopping was pretty, like from 2020, like to 2022, when the pandemic was like really, really still like a huge problem. Online shopping was the one thing to do. Amazon, eBay, I don't know. Oh yeah, like a lot of binge watching shows and stuff like that. Oh, one of these years, Stranger Things came out, and it was very, very popular. I love Stranger Things. I love horror movies. It's just real. It's just real. It was just like a year to binge watch your favorite shows. Now 2023. Now this was the year my favorite show, like favorite horror series, released its final movie, Insidious. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Insidious, it was okay. No, for me, I think I have not watched all of them. I've watched the first 2, and they were both pretty good. But in my opinion, I think the first one was the better one out of the 2, because like Dalton, the kid. Oh my gosh, dude, I couldn't. I actually go back and rewatch these, but we're not talking about horror movies right now. We are talking about the years. So 2023 was like the year that like literally everything like sort of went back to normal. Not really. People were still wearing masks. There was still like they like at some stores, like some places they had like a barrier, like a plastic barrier to cover. Like say like you're at a cash register, you have like the little barrier thing to cover it so you wouldn't contaminate anybody. And the max enforcement wasn't really that good, so things really started to go back to normal. Yeah, I think 2020 was like the year everything really went back to normal. 2024. The COVID thing is not that big anymore. But 2023 was the year that Ukraine war did start. I think it was like that at the end, or it was either at the end of 2023 or the start of 2024. But 2024, the year is still going, so I can't really say what I think about it fully, but I can give you like a little bit of background. But yeah, this 2024 year is actually it's going pretty cool. It's not mediocre. It's pretty good, but if I had to go, what is my favorite year out of all these? I would. I'm sorry. It's got to be 2016. I'm sorry, guys. But 2017 was still the year that a lot of memes and stuff like Uganda Knuckles came out. Like, do you know the way? Like, that was I don't know if you guys know what memes are, but like that. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I keep hearing things, but yeah. But yeah, we're going to go back to 2024 for a minute, because I just had to mention that, because, it kind of clicked up in my mind. Yeah, 2019 was like the year of memes, and, Okay, but anyway, back to 2024. It's going pretty good. Honestly, it's not mediocre. It's actually pretty it's like okay. It's not like mediocre's like just, this is okay. So it's a little bit higher than mediocre. It's okay. Nothing really popular has happened. Well, there is. Not a lot of not really like memes, like the 2016 mannequin challenge, stuff like that's not really happening anymore. TikTok is being used a lot. A lot of these Mr. Beast is pretty good. 2024. Just a lot of just regular old things been happening in 2024. But honestly, this is actually probably another one of my favorite type of years, if I would say that, because it's actually not boring. 2024 is actually pretty fun. Now, again, the COVID thing, it's still pretty big, but like it's not as big. So where like it's like not like it don't require like to wear a mask anymore. Like people are not even social distancing anymore. Like it's not even a thing. But yeah, NBA is going back to normal. I mean, it's been going back to normal. I just didn't know. I just didn't, say it in any other year. But it went back to normal, and like people are like living life to the least. But COVID really set people back. It really did. The online school was a mess. Online shopping, you weren't really guaranteed to get everything, but stuff like that. But yeah. All right, guys, that's my conclusion. I know I didn't really talk about much. But those are the years from 2014, we'll take 10 years, 2014 to 2024 that I can remember, all the stuff that happened. Yeah. Well, I guess I can include a bonus. 2013, Xbox 360, the PlayStation just came out, next gen. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about that. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm out.